Welcome to the lecture series of Python programming. In this session, you are going to learn the important terminology related to programming. It is always better to have a look on this terminology before starting the Python programming. So at the end of this video, we'll be learning about what do you mean by program. So what is the meaning of programming language? What is software? What is the difference between data and information? And what is compiler? What do we mean by debugging? And ultimately, what is the significance of source code? Let's understand what is the meaning of program. So program is nothing but a set of instructions. Okay. For example, as you can observe, there are different type of basic instruction. So please consider these basic instruction blocks. Do this, then do that. Then if this condition is true, perform this action. Otherwise, do this particular action. You can see these kind of building blocks. So this group of instructions are generally called as what I can say programs. So this is very important. So because we are dealing with programs, so you must know what is the meaning of the program. So now what do you mean by programming language? So what is the purpose of language? Just for the communication. You have to communicate with the system or computer. So we have different type of language. We might have familiar like a C, C++, Python, and Java. In this course, you are mainly focusing on the Python. So as you can see, the Python, C++, Java, all are categorized under high-level language. Next to high-level language is generally called as assembly language. In microcontroller, you might have done the programming like a move AB. Okay, so for those kind of languages are generally called as assembly language. It is just below the high-level language. The third category is called as machine language. So high-level language is going to convert into machine language by using the following tools such as compiler, interpreter, and assembler. Okay, these are the different types of language and the significance. So now we are mainly focusing on the Python in this particular course. What do you mean by software? Yes, of course. Software is actually, it comprises of numerous programs that work together to create a certain applications. You will be developing a software, right? For a particular applications. Understood, no? It comprises of so many programs. So what is the meaning of data? For example, you can see a fact. It's a group of facts such as numbers, words, measurement, observation, etc. These are the group of data. Okay. So basically, we call it as a raw data. Two type of data are available. One is called a quantitative, another one is called a qualitative data. Set of numbers, we call it as quantitative. One example, if I talk about qualitative data, age, gender, all are generally called as qualitative data. So when it comes to the information, so the raw data that is going to convert into information by a suitable processing. Okay, that means the processed data is generally called as information. That's the difference between data and information. The processed data is generally called as information. It is having the structured, well organized, okay, meaningful data. Okay, meaningful. It should be meaningful. So if I talk about the compiler is nothing but it is a tool which will convert high-level language into machine language, like a binary, 1 or 1 0. Machine will understand only 1 0 like that. Fine. If I talk about another tool, debugging. Debugging is nothing but the fixing or spotting out the errors. Fixing and spotting out the error, that is generally called as debugging. So Python is having a very good option for debugging. It gives very good suggestions also to correct the errors. If I talk about a source code, it is also known as object code. The instructions and statement written by a programmer is generally called as source code. So these are the basic information you need to understand before moving on to the program. So in this session, we discussed about the basic terminologies which will be helpful for doing Python programming. Not only Python, but whatever the language you are going to learn, this information you should understand. Thank you so much for watching this video. Happy learning.